Inside the walls of justice, silence holds the loudest truth. Every voice trembles before the gavel, every choice has a consequence. Here, mercy and law stand face to face, where emotion meets order, and every verdict writes another story of struggle, sacrifice, and redemption. In this courtroom, it's not just about rules, it's about lives hanging in balance. Welcome to Arbor Meadows, the judgment within.
Answer, complain, the jury demands too late, so I'm going to object.
Oh,
But these individuals are cops.
yeah, no, I you know, we're lazy.
Just trying to help you move your docket along here.
You have delayed everything. I would have been done by now, but by the time I listened to your explanation. So Mr. Stringer is down the hallway.
I believe so, yeah.
Got it. Okay, so I'll pass that. And then Arbor Meadows versus Rachel Cox.
April Lacey for Arbor Meadows, Jr.
Your name?
Rachel Cox.
All right. And where are we on this case?
Thank you, Your Honor. This is the termination of Tennessee based on the fact that the tenant's dog was allowed to run loose and attacked or bit another resident and their dog. So that's what this termination is based on. The tenant has admitted that the dog was allowed to be loose. Guidelines requires that the dogs be on a leash.
I think the last time that you were here, you said somebody, a neighborhood kid or something, let it off, right? Okay. Well, where was the dog where the individual had an opportunity to do that?
She was in my yard.
Leashed in your yard. And then somebody came up, you're saying, and let it off the leash.
Correct.
So I guess the other thing is that the biting incident, where did that occur?
It happened in Arbor Meadows. And since
No, I got that, but it wasn't in your yard.
correct, it was in another neighbor's yard.
So, Your Honor,
Yes, go ahead.
one of the rules in the community is you're not allowed to have your dog on a tie down. You have to be out there with your dog under control on a leash. Had that been the situation, then of course, this individual that took it off the lead probably would not have been able to do so without her knowledge.
Yes, and I've had this issue with, I think it was Arbor Meadows, where the dog was on a tie down, and that's why I was trying to figure out where the dog was. So, ma'am, what's your position on this?
So since the last court date, I was advised by legal aid. They're not taking any landlord and tenant cases right now, but they advised me to rehome her. And so I did.
Your dog?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I'm asking a motion to dismiss.
Okay. So I'm not sure that a dismissal motion would be proper.
In a quiet courtroom, tensions rise once again. Property disputes, rules broken, and hearts heavy with regret. The judge listens, calm yet firm, justice stands at the edge of every word.
So typically, just so that everyone would be aware of how we've handled these cases, I'm not sure what the plaintiff's position is, but before I ask, is that if you've done that, because that's what I was going to suggest that you do, if the circumstances were as I thought they were, then the question would be that there would then be a probationary agreement or an agreement that would be entered into that you would not have dogs there for, I think the last one that we had, I think it was for a year.
That's fine.
And then with that, and you could probably both have both sides of it, where there then could be a conditional dismissal with that proviso along those lines.
Okay.
But I don't know, Ms. Lacy, is your...
I did just clear that with the property manager. She is willing to enter into a consent judgment where she agrees to not have a dog for at least 365 days, not allow a dog to visit, not sit for a dog or have a dog on her property for 365 days. And of course, continue to follow the community rules and regulations.
Okay.
Also within 10 days.
All right. And that's basically what it would be. The only issue is, are you indicating you want a consent judgment as opposed to a conditional order of dismissal?
We'll do conditional dismissal.
Okay. You understand what that means, ma'am?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so the case would be dismissed conditionally as long as you follow those guidelines. If not, you said no dog for a year, right? And then dogs aren't allowed to visit, that you won't have dogs on your possession or in your possession on your premises or anywhere else in Arbor Meadows, and follow all of the other rules and regulations. Then the case would remain permanently dismissed. If it's not, if something like that happens or is alleged to have happened, then upon the filing of an affidavit, and I think there'd have to be a notice period. I don't think we could do it without that. You would get notice of that claim. Let's say somebody comes along and says you had a dog, and you would be entitled. I wouldn't do it without her having the right to have a hearing.
Okay. 4A then.
Right. If somebody is alleging that occurs. So you would be entitled to a hearing before any action would be taken on that, where there be a judgment or an order of eviction.
Okay.
That makes sense to you?
Yes, it does.
Okay. You have any questions regarding any of that?
No, I don't.
All right. Would you give Ms. Lacy, when she drafts it up, and I will be reviewing it myself for the terms of that, do you have a problem with her signing your name to that document for entry?
Not at all.
Okay, very good. So that she has your permission to do that. I will do this, that once it gets to me, I'll advise you of your 3-day right of rescission. After I sign it, you have 3 business days to think about that. If you believe that there's some legal reason, some confusion on your part, some right you didn't assert, or some other misunderstanding, you'd have to file a motion. You have those 3 business days to file a motion to set this aside. You understand that?
Yes.
Doesn't mean that I will, but...
A tenant faces eviction, not for crime, but for love. Her husky, a loyal friend, caught in the middle of community rules. One mistake, one bite, and her home hangs in the balance.
Yeah, and it's hard. I know. When you appeared the last time, I was thinking, as I listened to what you were saying, I said, I'll be honest with you, I'm glad you made the decision that you made, because I hate having that conversation with people that this is what you need to do to have your house. So I'm glad it worked out this way.
Okay.
And it's a she?
Yes.
Good home?
Yes.
Good. By the way, when I saw the picture of the dog, beautiful dog.
Thank you.
I know, just what kind of?
She was a husky.
All husky?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, listen.
Got a lot of energy.
What do you say?
They have a lot of energy.
Well, they have a lot of energy, but the one thing I have myself, yeah, oh, she is. I didn't get it good enough. That's a definite husky. I have a half husky, half Australian cattle.
Oh, wow.
And the one thing is, did she talk to you all the time? Did she? Yeah. That's the one thing about huskies you have to get used to. They just want to talk.
Yeah, she does. She'll let you know too.
Yes, exactly. And that's this one that I have. The other dogs are all kind of quiet, don't say anything. She's always got something to say. She's just saying, but she's good.
Well, thank you.
Thank you for working it out.
Absolutely.
You take care. Have a great weekend.
All right.
All right. Court calls the case of Arbor Meadows versus Akio Hajimaki.
Gabriel Lacey for Arbor Meadows.
Thomas Stringer appearing on behalf of Kyo Fujimaki, who's present.
All right. Okay, what's the issue in this case?
So there are two outstanding issues in this case. We're asking for the defendant to trim his weeds that are along his lot line and also remove a damaged vehicle from his driveway.
So those are the two issues?
Those are the two issues.
Well, we understood there to be more issues,
He's
but
corrected everything else.
Okay, so there were more. He's corrected them. These are the only two that are left.
Yes.
all right. The trimming weeds, I suspect can easily be resolved if there really are some trimming weeds that need to be done. The removed vehicle is not part of any pleadings. As far as I can, it is operable. He drove it yesterday to my office, has a license. He has two vehicles. So we can present evidence.
Okay. So from the landlord's perspective, what was wrong with the vehicle?
The vehicle at one point did not have registration tag. It does have registration tag.
What was the last thing you said? I'm sorry.
It does have registration tag.
So it's got registration tags, it's insured, it's drivable.
Yes.
So
the judge doesn't see only the law, he sees people. Pain, confusion, and hope, all fighting for space in one courtroom. His goal is not punishment, but peace.
So they wanted a conditional dismissal. I got it. He's just wanted to demonstrate that his cars are registered and very much valid.
These are the two issues. I was going to let Brother Counsel look at them before I had them.
So these are the two issues, was the car and the weeds.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me confirm. We talk about these?
Yes, that's it. Got a covered car in the picture.
Pardon?
Yeah, the covered car in the picture. We don't have a problem with that one.
But that was, the covered one wasn't the one you were talking
it's
about.
not the one we're talking about.
Gotcha.
It's the damaged vehicle.
Vehicle. Okay.
It's not going to exist now. It's dead. I guess this weed line is something that has been flowers.
Yes, D.
Okay, what you're saying.
L-Y, L-Y, L-I-L-Y. D.
Lily?
Lily.
So he's got to weed it then, Your Honor, because all we see are weeds, no lilies. And of course, this isn't the time of year for lilies, but
One man's weed is another man's flower. No, but
fortunately, in our meadows, you're not allowed to have,
No, I didn't plant. Sorry,
No, that's okay. You didn't plant them?
I didn't.
These have always been there.
Comes up every year.
Right.
oh, so can I see him? It's some type of perennial that just comes back or no?
Yes.
Okay, the management, she's shaking her head no. And I don't.
I don't know. You want to speak gay?
yes.
Are you talking the grass stuff?
Yes. This
Oh, those aren't lilies.
trim.
No, they're not. At least don't appear to be lilies at this
No,
point.
well, I mean, I don't. no expert, but I bet you these are little. But right, this comes up every year because it's basically grass, weed. So, what's your client's position on this? Other than on the back of a tractor mowing it down? No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Flower, I did not plant, and I can take them off every fall.
Every fall? Okay.
Yes, it's a.
All right, so are you willing to take them down then?
It's just I'm taking care of. I understand that's not mine, because the land is not my property.
When asked to choose, the tenant does the hardest thing of all, she lets go. Rehoming her beloved dog, trading comfort for compliance. Sometimes, justice demands sacrifice.
Your lot line only if the covered vehicle is properly parked, your lot line has to extend over a certain number of feet. So I would be shocked if this were the neighbor's lot.
All right, so you're willing to take it down? All those weeds, your lilies, you'll cut all that.
That's right. Flowers comes up every year, and it dies every before winter. And
So let me ask this, and maybe the management knows because they probably see it all the time, because with this picture, are there flowers that come up before the overgrowth comes up, or?
If there is, they don't show.
Gotcha.
Hey, closer.
Right, but if what I'm hearing from him correctly is that somewhere in the midst of this there are flowers.
Correct.
And that those kind of just grow there, and then in the fall, as it goes toward fall, this is what it begins to look like.
Is that correct? Flowers grow in that area, and in the fall, this is what it looks like. The weeds come up, flowers don't. Anything, correct?
Okay. So that's what I'm hearing. What do you?
So it's like this all year long. The flowers, there may be a couple flowers that may pop out, but it's weeds that need to be cut. And if he wants to plant flowers. So if he wanted a flower bed there, Yeah.
he could have a flower bed. But I think
Then you have to weed.
yeah, these are weeds. So what I don't want to get into, and we may be getting into it without it being said out loud, is a problem that they had in Ann Arbor and part of Pittsfield, where the natural flowers or native flowers that a lot of people would call weeds became flowers for people's lawn extensions. I think the community rules, at least the last time I looked at them, kind of prohibit that notion from occurring.
That's what I was going to say, Your Honor. Unfortunately, because he does live in the private community, the manufactured home community does have rules regarding even the type of flower bed you could have. If you were going to have a flower bed or a raised garden, you still have to get permission from the park.
Okay.
I guess I'll just say this, is that as far as I know, this line of weeds, flowers has been there a long time. I don't think he's been brought Go ahead. You have something better to say than I do?
With compassion and reason, the court decides. No dog for a year, no more violations, and the case, conditionally dismissed. The law bends just enough to let humanity breathe.
Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes. In this picture, it is black and white, so it's a little bit harder to distinguish which one is weed, which one is flower, which one is grass lawn. The last time, the big tree is removed here from here, and after tree removal is done by Urban Meadows. And then Urban Meadows told me they will put grass seed, but they didn't. This is the remaining ground is just bare ground.
Got it.
Because that is just natural ground. Weeds comes up. I tried to cut by lawnmower, but the ground is not flat, and the weeds tend to grow up faster than lawn. So I thought that weed means those weeds from those area because it's more visible than others.
But if they had put grass there, you'd have to cut the grass.
Of course.
Right? Okay. So, I mean, this is actually really simple. That's got to be taken down. It's got to be mowed over.
Yes, I believe I'm taking care of lawn cutting very well.
Okay. So that part has to be put in there. So that's got to be taken down.
Right. The last time, that is 5 years ago, Urban Meadows complained about lawn cutting just $50 and filed to the court. But since then, I always cut the lawn.
Got it.
The appropriate timing, and I believe I never failed.
So, and Mr. Stringer, you had mentioned they wanted a conditional order dismissal regarding it, or what did they?
Well, that's what they're asking for, but I mean, he's agreeing to cut the grass down. The vehicle is legal. So what would we need a conditional dismissal for? Granted, based on the allegations that were made in the complaint, we filed an answer and an amended answer and asked for a jury because he didn't want to waive his rights. But I recognize this is probably not a jury case at this point. So
I am so glad. And you know what? There are attorneys with much less experience than you that would have been coming in wanting a jury. No. Yeah, no,
he just didn't want to waive his rights. So
right, I understand.
I agreed to at least do it up.
So what would be the necessity or the need for a condition?
A new name is called. Another resident, another dispute. But this time, it's not about pets, it's about weeds, cars, and community rules. Even the smallest conflicts find their way to justice.
In your office,
Well, that's what I've been told.
so you don't know.
I didn't go out there. He told me he drove that vehicle to my office. He could, if you wanted him to swear to it, I guess he could.
But that,
If it's an inoperable vehicle, it is not allowed to be on the property.
right, but you're going to have to define inoperable.
Not drivable, as in,
But that's drivable.
not according.
Well, I don't know if it's legal, but it looks drivable to me. You know what I mean? I mean, there's a difference between, do you have all the necessary equipment to drive it as opposed to like a headlight?
So he signed a document saying, please be informed my vehicle, the Nissan, is legally licensed and operable. I mean, he's willing to even testify to that or swear to it that so it doesn't appear to be in violation, assuming those two factors are true.
Mr. Lacy, how would you, I guess we'd have to agree, first of all, upon a definition of operable. As opposed
legally operable, I guess, would be the definition we'd be looking for. Because if he were to take this vehicle out and drive it at night.
Right, but if he drove it during the day, there's not going to be an issue. Presumably.
Taking me back to my Defender days
I looked at this, I'm like, there's no bumper on it?
One man's flowers are another man's weeds. But in a community bound by order, even nature must follow the rules. The argument grows, just like the grass outside.
You drove that vehicle to Mr. Stringer's office yesterday?
Yes. The problem is how to say that? Bumper was broken. It's minor broken. It couldn't. So I removed the bumper because it's not too well attached. There is a problem of headlight glass. Headlight itself is still working, and what I need a car is just grocery shopping every other day or something at the daytime. So this is by the way, frame is okay, steering is okay, wheel, tire, everything okay, and engine is okay, of course. It's just headlamp glass was broken. Headlamp itself still works, and bumper is intentionally removed because it's well attached. I'm going to fix those because it's still operable.
Okay, so how long will it take you to fix that car and get those weeds down?
Means time?
Yeah, how long?
How long?
I don't know. Because I don't want to bring to the dealer because they will use new part which costs so much. So I have to go to junkyard to get the same one. Can I find the same parts within 1 month? I can't promise, but it's drivable anyway.
Can you mow the lawn in the next week? Can you mow the lawn in the next week?
Yeah, I'm doing.
You can mow those weeds in the next week.
Yes.
The weeds can be mowed in the next week.
And
Your Honor, we're willing to enter a conditional dismissal where the resident cuts the grass, weeds, flowers, whatever is along that property line within the week and agrees to not keep any inoperable vehicles in his driveway. So we will concede that the vehicle, while it may look like it's not operable, according to his testimony, it is operable. But if it does become inoperable.
so what's Lacey got against hoopties? No. I'm sorry.
The case would go away and we would dismiss it and that would work.
Well, yeah. So here's what I think. What's this one? This is okay. So What I might suggest is a conditional dismissal for a period of 7 months with those terms, not a whole year.
Okay.
But just to, really what would be almost the first cutting of something that he's going to maintain that and then call it a day.
Well, I guess the question is, if he goes and mows it right now, let's say he gets it done the next week, so that issue is resolved.
The issue isn't how quickly it can be resolved. The issue is the fact that we had to come here with the issue.
Yeah, I mean, and that's why I was suggesting that period of time, because what I'm thinking of is get it taken down now, then through the spring, just make sure that he's maintaining it. I mean, I don't think every year he'd be coming in trying to deal with it, but if you get the first cut and then the cuts after that, I'm easier. I think the problem is going to be that if he doesn't cut it in the first place, then it becomes much more difficult as the season goes on. So that's why I was suggesting that. But I mean, I appreciate both points, but
I agree to the 7-month term. I think that's.
I want to speak something.
Okay.
I want to separate a vehicle repairing and loan or ground thing because
Fairness isn't easy. Between property rights and personal pride, the judge must find balance. Law is not cold, it's the discipline of compassion, shaped by patience.
cutting always. My question is how I can prove next 7 months.
you don't have to prove it. You will just, the only thing that has to be shown to the landlord is that you get it cut down now. And then when it starts to grow back in the spring, that you maintain it. But you don't have to prove that. They would have to prove that you're not doing it.
Right. So I don't think that is a new condition. It's just the same as before, same as now.
And that's the problem, Your Honor, that we have to come here because he allows it to get out of hand for so long. And now he's like, well, I can cut it. And I don't know why I have to be here or get a conditional dismissal because I can cut it and it's gone. But the fact that we had to file the case to address the issue after we've sent him notice after notice is the reason why we need the conditional dismissal with the terms. If he had come to this realization before, we had to file the case.
Folks, I've listened to everything. There's not really particularly an issue for me to try. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just order a conditional order of dismissal for a period that goes through May, if I counted my month right, May 31st. That he will not keep inoperable vehicles and will maintain the lawn area.
Thank you.
I'm just going to order it. If plaintiff believes that there's a violation, then it would be a 4A where there would have to be a hearing so that they can't just file a judgment and do that. Okay?
Understand?
So
this will be dismissed as of May 31st.
Well, it'd be permanently dismissed as of May 31st. It actually is conditionally dismissed the moment I sign the order of conditional dismissal.
So it's conditionally dismissed now, but you have these terms and conditions. You have maintain operable vehicles.
Understanding prevails. The resident agrees to mow, the car is fixed, and peace returns, not from punishment, but from cooperation. Justice served, quietly.
Just along those terms. You guys can work it out.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So when are we supposed to be here for the jury, Your Honor?
Yeah. 2028.
Good seeing you again, Your Honor.
Good seeing you, Mr. Stringer. Always a pleasure, sir. Court does call the case of the people versus Milton Reyes. I have on case ending in 3664, I have a dismissal on that one. Ms. Lacy?
I'm sorry.
You just,
You're correct, that is dismissed.
well, the one case is dismissed. I have a dismissal on 3664. But then there was the termination case or the non-payment case, I think. No, they dismissed the termination case. Right. I got that. But then the non-payment of rent case, I don't know if that one was going to be dismissed. I think they had a church paying for that.
Right, I think that, let me,
Go ahead.
thank you.
Uh-oh.
As the court empties, one truth remains: every story here carries a lesson. Rules protect, compassion heals, and the gavel's sound marks not just judgment, but closure.